Very good morning, friends. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe. The purpose of this video lecture is to start with our grand revision on corporate and other laws. So by now, I am very optimistic that you all have finished learning the provisions on both the Companies Act and the other laws at least twice, and for some of you, yeah, maybe once. Doesn't matter how many times you have learned them already. But this revision videos will help you to get to a stage where you can straight away start answering the questions that you will face in the examination. So what I have done is, I have planned this introduction video on how to face the revision classes on corporate and other laws. So the maximum duration of the entire video program on revision itself will be for about say 10 to 11 hours, in which time you will complete learning the Corporate Companies Act and your other laws. So this revision video is something where you will have to keep your notebook and a pen ready with your side along with your classroom notes, and start solving the questions and taking notes along with the lectures that you're watching on the screen. Pause wherever required, take a minute to recollect the provisions, and then get into action again. Okay, so let's get started now. So the first and foremost about the revision class is that I have to tell you very clearly that none of you are now amateur. You have already completed learning the company law provisions so thoroughly that your very attendance in the classroom itself would have enriched you to an extent that you're familiar about the section number the moment you look at the question. But let that confidence creep and sink in you very clearly and confidently. Okay, so be very sure of the fact that you are already thorough with the provisions. Only then we can march forward. Okay, it's not practically possible, to recollect a section in a jiffy, but it comes definitely by practice. So the number of questions that you see getting repeated on a particular area should tell you the fact that you should concentrate more on that area, which is typically what we are going to do at this stage of revision classes. Okay, so I have a brief letter written for you. Pause the video at this place and take a minute to read the letter. And yes, as always, you can always write to me anytime whenever you feel like talking to me. This is the agenda. So I am covering the presentation key, which is the first item on my agenda, part of this lecture itself, because presentation techniques are something I feel that every student must master over before you take up the law paper, because this paper is a 100-mark core theory paper, where you will have to show both your flamboyance in language as well as your strength in understanding the provisions, and your ability to comprehend and quote in the form of illustrations. Everything packaged together is the presentation technique. So whatever I have found to be the best practices in presenting the paper over my past years of experience, I have just pulled them here and presented it in this segment. The second thing that is very customary practice in all revision classes of law paper, both in intermediate and final, is to cover the amendments that are applicable for your batch. Fortunately, both for yours and for the May 2020, which did not take place, the set of amendments are one and the same. Therefore, I already have a lecture recorded covering the amendments applicable for your attempt. So, which will be in two parts, video 1 and video 2, covering the amendments, both of which I would definitely recommend that you pay extra attention in noting down the details. But the biggest advantage that you all will have is you have already done the amendments in the classroom part of the regular lectures. So this will just be a brushing up on the areas to tell you that these are areas where there is a high potential. Of you're getting more questions from those amended areas. Okay, so that will be your agenda number 2. Number 3, I have called that segment as Solve the RTPs with Charanya. So I'm going to discuss about 4 RTPs with you, solve them along with you on Companies Act. Similarly, I have 4th segment, which will be solving the past question papers on Companies Act with you. And the last segment is exclusively for other laws, which will be a combination of RTPs and past questions. So with that, our roadmap on revision is clear. Now for the presentation techniques. This is a very important thing that you should all remember. The maximum mark allocation per question in the history of intermediate papers has only been about 7 to 8 marks. So the amount of answer that you write should be very crisp, condensed, and no cock and bull story is encouraged. Okay, don't go by the number of papers. That's a very wrong practice in CA. For example, if section 20 has got just about 3 points, naturally you can't write 6 points there. It's just 3 points. No matter the mark allocation is 7 marks. So don't prioritize the number of pages over the perfection. Rule number 1. Second rule, wherever possible. Okay, it will be possible. I am very optimistic, but wherever possible, please quote section numbers. How does your paper stand out apart from the other papers that they correct when you quote section numbers? Ma'am, why do you insist on quoting section numbers? I'm not insisting. I'm only requesting if you can quote section numbers, then I'll be very happy, because we have been screaming section numbers so many times in our classes. And just close your eyes and recollect those wonderful moments when you all tapped your memory and just said the section numbers out of your memory. You will never forget it ever. Okay. And bare minimum, when you have forgotten it, at least quote the chapter numbers in Roman letters, quote the rules, or wherever possible, at least keep saying again and again, it's the Companies Act 2013. Let that bring a smile in the examiner. Okay. Next one, when it comes to descriptive questions, it's not necessary that everything should be bulleted points or in form of running paragraphs. You can get creative with charts, tables, with beautiful illustrations, case laws, everything that's possible to make it look nice. Fourth instruction, whenever you get a differences question, a column which explains the basis on which you differentiate them is very important. Okay. And whenever you get a practical question, instruction number 5, this is the manner in which you will present it. Even if there is a paucity of time, you will plan the paper's presentation in such a manner that you will not skip this part. Just for provisions, inference. You can skip the gist, but never the provisions and the inference breakup with the heading that relevant provisions from Companies Act 2013. Bullets and then inference. Sixth instruction. If the question is on IOS or Indian Contract Act 1872, illustration is mandatory. And illustration speaks volumes. Okay. Next instruction. Do not use image bullets. I hope you understand what's an image bullet. Number the items that you write. A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Don't use an asterisk. Don't use an arrow mark. That's not a correct style of presenting in an answer paper. And try your level best to answer the paper in the order of the question paper. Don't leave them for a treasure hunt. It's either in the ascending or in the descending. I would say you go by the question paper order. Don't start with question number 1 and then go for question number 7 and again come back to question number 3 and then go back to question number 4. Make them do a treasure hunt make them count how many questions you have answered. Make the job of the examiner easy so that he's not fed up with the process of treasure hunt. Okay. Next one. Very usual thing that I have always been telling in all my classes is to avoid the stories. And even if you do, if the question is on cock, please write about cock. Don't blabber about bull. Okay. And the last thing that you have to tell yourselves is that I know all the provisions thoroughly. I can write them clearly and confidently, and that I will put all possible efforts to quote section numbers, illustrations, tables, whatever. And I will definitely score 70 plus in law. This is the whole agenda. That's all is required. And it's possible. It's not something that's not possible. It is possible. Tell yourself it's possible. That's all I want. And on the day of the examination, please don't forget to pick up ice creams and have it and enjoy your day, relax, and then completely enjoy whatever you're doing for the next paper. Thank you. Bye-bye. All the best. Enjoy the revision videos.